San Fran. Q Myers is going to be on right before us, 3 a. Eastern to 6 a. Eastern on Monday morning, Sunday night into Monday morning. So we are going to hear from Q right into us live. And so the handoff is not only on the television side, but right here on ESPN Radio, as you've had all-day coverage from the convention center here in San Francisco, brought to you by SoFi. So many great things going on all week here. And by the way, as this is happening, the NBA trade deadline goes on, and Giannis is still a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. As, let's be honest, we were all saying, Smalls came around to it yesterday.
Because when I hear that...
You didn't think he was going to be a Buck today.
I did not, because when I hear that the Bucks are engaging in conversations about moving him, that was different. That was a different approach than they had taken prior. Now, when the Warriors pivoted and moved Kuminga, that to me signaled that he was going to stay, because obviously they were very in on Giannis and calling and making offers to them. So for them to say, we're going to bow out and go a different direction because he's not going anywhere, I just thought, okay, Milwaukee's hanging on to him. He's not going to go to any other franchise.
He tweeted out and posted, CC, legends don't chase, they attract. Now, I will... Oh, jeez.
Man,
wow, I couldn't even get the full setup.
He's throwing tomatoes.
That is so corny. Come on, man.
Well, I do believe, based on some maybe knowledge, that there was a change in his tune over the last 24 to 48 hours where he got to that place where it was like, maybe I should leave, to, all right, we're going to do this thing. Now, you say that was corny. You're laughing at that. Vegas East played the booing drop there. What's so bothersome to you about the Giannis post yesterday?
Because that was never the plan, Ev. He's been wanting out for the last calendar year. We're supposed to suspect now that the trade deadline is come and gone and that he's still on Milwaukee, that this was the entire plan all along, was to stay there after all of the overtures, after all of the grumblings, all of the reports, the lists of teams that would be the preferred landing spots for Giannis. Oh, I would love to play with Tyrese Maxey in Philly. Oh, I love New York City, would love to play for the Knicks. Oh, I'm interested in Minnesota or Miami. We're supposed to believe that all of that was just manufactured by people that cover the game rather than getting it from people that are in Giannis's inner circle. I'm not buying it, man. I'm not. And the reality is that the Milwaukee Bucks were concerned that Giannis was going to leave, because if they weren't, they wouldn't have went out and made the desperate move to waive Damian Lillard, stretch his contract to create enough room to sign Miles Turner in free agency, a contract that we knew in real time probably wasn't in their best interest. But they did that because they were worried about keeping Giannis. So don't sit here and say legends don't chase, they attract. That wasn't the plan, for you to stay in Milwaukee and attract top-tier talent. Because if it was, then you would have told the franchise to do what's in the best interest of their health long-term, not try to put a Band-Aid on a bad situation, which was the Damian Lillard injury.
All that said, do we give the Bucks a big win here? I mean, at this point, if you're going to say legends don't chase, they attract, he's never leaving. You can't leave him over the summer now.
Okay, great. So let's just say because of that, he's not going to leave because he doesn't want to be like so many of his peers and try to go somewhere else in pursuit of another championship. Are they a team that's built to contend for a championship? Because, yes, having Giannis in the building is great for business. He's everything to that organization. We talk all the time about how that place has boomed because of him.
No doubt.
The Deer District exists because of Giannis.
No doubt.
So it's a win for you to have him in the building because he matters to those people and he matters to that place. Mm-hmm. But are you going to win another championship?
Well, here's the thing. You now have a chance. I'm not saying it's likely, but you had no chance if he walked out the door. And what we saw yesterday at the trade deadline should really actually be called the trade a headline. Because what teams did, it's one of the most unique things that I've ever seen at the trade deadline. You had multiple teams that made moves basically scrapping this year, but telling you they're ready to contend next year. Indiana getting Zubac from the Clippers, a big-time center. The Washington Wizards going out in 2 trades, Trae Young and Anthony Davis. The Utah Jazz getting Jaren Jackson Jr. From Memphis. So it's the trade headline. None of those will impact this season. They will all impact next year. And I can apply that, Smalls and CC, to the Bucks as well. In essence, it was the trade headline because the moves they made yesterday, which is nothing, and I mean they made a minor trade, but the Giannis trade, is let's get as bad as possible this year to get as good as possible next year. It's a trade headline. You had multiple teams voluntarily tell you yesterday, CC, I'm good on this year, but look out for us next year, and I think the Bucks are on that list.
Okay, so you think the Bucks in a short time frame can get to the point where they're a title contender again?
I do, but I want to go back.
Okay, so outline that path for me because I can't see it.
Yeah, so without getting too deep on this, they're going to have a lottery pick. They're going to open up more picks now moving forward to be able to trade. And so the assets basically are recouped after this season. And so I think they have – listen, even if you put it at 1% chance, it's a chance. Without Giannis, it's a 0% chance, obviously. But let's go back to one thing. I feel like the members of our team and our show here are turning on a guy – that everyone seemingly blindly loves in Giannis. It feels like you guys are kind of, for the first time maybe in his career, a little annoyed with him. Not because he stayed, but because the rigmarole through all of this. Am I reading this correctly?
I mean, I've been annoyed at Giannis all season because he's doing the, LeBron, am I going to retire thing with, am I going to leave or am I going to stay? Also, what is he attracting? What do you mean they attract? You're attracting what? You know what else attracts? Horse poop.
True, it's a lot of flies.
Pat,
a lot of bugs.
Pat, he's there. The attraction is him.
Wait, okay, you get Damian Lillard? Great.
No, but you have a chance because the players around him don't need to be as good as if he wasn't there. Like, you need to find A players without him. You could find a bunch of B players and he can bring them to that A level.
That hasn't been the case, though, Ev.
He's getting older.
I understand.
They've had a million early first-round exits.
You're right. You're right. So, do you think the Bucks have made a mistake then? Should they have just said, Giannis, we're going to trade you. We're actually going to take advantage of this. This is what we said about the Browns. Take advantage of Myles Garrett asking out. But they didn't do that? Should they have done that yesterday then? Should they have traded him?
Yeah, I mean, based on where they're at, listen, they took a big swing and they missed with Damian Lillard. The reality is that the contract is going to hamper what you can do salary cap-wise, and it's going to